Want to dribble like Neymar Jr.? Effortless, smooth and unstoppable. You've probably tried his skills already, right? They work in practice. You feel confident nailing those step overs or quick flicks when no one's around. But when it's time to play in a real match, you hesitate. Maybe it feels awkward, maybe you overthink, and suddenly the magic disappears. Stop right there. I've got the solution, and I promise if you stick with me through this video, apply what I'm about to teach, and see no improvement in a few weeks, come back and blame me. I'll own it, but if you do what I say, you'll see the difference, and so will your opponents. Now, I'm not here to sell dreams. You won't become Neymar overnight. Not in a month, maybe not even in a year. His instinct, his touch, are something built over years and years. But if you don't start now, it might be too late. So don't waste any other second. And hey, before we start, drop a comment and let me know what you want to see next. Let's get into it. In 2013, a groundbreaking study conducted by scientists revealed something fascinating about Neymar Jr.'s brain. His brain is wired differently from the average footballer. Neymar's brain showed a significantly reduced recruitment of motor cortical regions compared to not just amateurs, but even professional footballers and elite swimmers. Here's why that matters. The brain's motor cortex controls movement, and typically, the more complex the skill, the more brain activity is required. But in Neymar's case, the opposite happened. His brain worked more efficiently, using fewer neurons to perform the same movements that would light up the brains of other athletes. Years of repetition, manipulating the ball, dribbling defenders, have created a neural efficiency most can't fathom. His brain has adapted to the game in a way that allows him to react faster, smoother, and with less effort. So, what am I trying to get at with this conclusion? You can actually work on this, and it's way simpler than you think. Build your instinct by playing more football. Neymar played from morning till night on the streets of Brazil. No drills, no plans, just raw football. That's how he sharpened his instincts. Too many players try to pre-plan their moves, but guess what? There's no time for that in a real match. By the time you've decided, the moment's gone. So as I said before, to train your instincts, play more and more. Futsal, pickup games, park matches, just play. Again and again. I know it sounds basic, but seriously think about it. Do you play enough? Do you actually spend time on what matters? Or are you stuck doing endless cone drills and restricted training sessions? That stuff is great for learning control, but in the long term, it will kill your creativity. It makes you rigid. You're learning how to move, but not how to react. You're programming yourself to think like a robot when the game is anything but robotic. The more you play in real situations, the more natural it becomes. It's like learning a new language. At first, it's hard. You think about every word, but the more you speak, the more fluent you get. Same with football. You play enough and you stop thinking, your instincts take over. You see patterns before they happen. That's instinct, and it only comes from playing. And don't tell me, there's no one around to play with. That's not true. What's really holding you back is probably social anxiety. You're afraid to show up and play with people you don't know. But here's the thing, football is a team sport. You need to build relationships. So if you don't know anyone, go outside anyway. Play alone in the park, just dribble, shoot, whatever. I promise someone will notice. Someone will ask to join. And suddenly, you're playing with people who push you, challenge you, and make you better. You need others. You need competition. You need those unpredictable moments where you're forced to think on your feet. That's where the real growth happens. Instinct alone is powerful, but what if I told you there's a way to turn your instinct into something even greater, like ultra instinct? I'm talking about flow state, that feeling of complete immersion where your body and mind sync perfectly. You're focused beyond distraction. Time slows down. Your senses sharpen. You become one with the game, and everything feels effortless. Flow state happens when you're fully engaged in a challenging task that matches your skill level. And this is why players like Neymar and Messi feel like they slow down time during games. They've mastered the ability to enter flow, making them unpredictable, unstoppable. They don't just rely on instinct, they elevate it. So how can you enter the flow state? Let me explain. First, if you haven't already, check out my free ebook on flow state. It goes deeper into this, but let me summarize. First, understand dopamine. Dopamine plays a crucial role in flow, but too much cheap dopamine, like scrolling on your phone all day, kills your ability to focus. Cut down on mindless activities. Save your dopamine for the game. Enjoying football becomes harder if you've already drained your dopamine on distractions. Second, learn to detach from your mind. You are not the one who is thinking, you are the one who is aware of the thinking. To understand this, meditate in the morning. Just 5 to 20 minutes. Sit still, listen to your thoughts without reacting, and realize that you are the observer. This mental clarity makes it easier to slip into flow. Lastly, stop trying too hard to force flow state. The more you chase it, the harder it becomes to reach. Let go. Focus on the game, not the outcome. And when you do, you'll unlock something that feels like ultra instinct. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever entered flow state? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your experiences. One of the most beautiful things about Neymar is his smooth movement. He's capable of weaving through defenders effortlessly, gliding as if the game slows down for him. His body flows in perfect harmony, never wasting energy, never breaking rhythm. This is biomechanics. But what exactly is biomechanics? And how could it change your playing style? Biomechanics is how your body moves and functions. It's the alignment, coordination, and efficiency of every muscle, joint, and tissue. It is simply the most efficient way to move based on one's genetics. If you have bad biomechanics, you might struggle with injuries or feel like you're forcing every step. But when your biomechanics are good, your body moves as one unit, like a well-oiled machine. You'll become faster, more agile, and more in control, even under pressure. The most common misconception when addressing movement issues is blaming one area. For example, if your knee caves in while running or squatting, it's not just the knee's fault. The body is a connected system. What happens in one part affects another. Your knee might be influenced by both the pelvis above and the foot below. This interconnection works both ways. The pelvis impacts the foot, and the foot impacts the pelvis. If you lack a range of motion in your pelvis, your body compensates elsewhere. For instance, if your pelvis and femur stay locked in internal rotation, your tibia might externally rotate to balance things out, affecting your foot's position. These compensations often lead to issues like feet pointing outwards or supination imbalances. To fix these problems, you need a holistic approach. Start by focusing on posture. Your neck, back, and hips are the foundation of how you move. If your neck is constantly tilted forward, it throws off your entire alignment. Practice keeping your head upright and your chin slightly tucked. Imagine a string pulling you up from the top of your head. For your back, avoid overarching or rounding. Your spine should feel neutral and strong. Next, we have walking barefoot. Walking barefoot is another underrated way to reset your biomechanics. Modern shoes weaken the muscles in your feet and disconnect you from the ground. The benefits are that you strengthen your foot muscles, improve balance, and create a stronger connection between your feet and the rest of your body. If it's winter, use barefoot shoes to get similar benefits. If you think about it, Neymar spent his entire childhood barefoot, playing without shoes. This impacted him to contribute to his more compact and fluid movements. Next, focus on your glutes. They stabilize your entire body. Weak glutes lead to poor balance and inefficient movement. Start with exercises like single leg glute bridges or lateral band walks. Train your glutes to fire correctly in every movement, from sprinting to changing direction. The glutes also help keep your knees in line, preventing unnecessary strain on your joints. If you want more exercises on glutes, read my free ebook on fascia. Next, we have core stability. Your core is another key player, but forget endless crunches. This is not what I'm talking about. Build core control with planks, anti-rotation drills, squats, and horse stance to support your spine and pelvis during movement. Coordination is the final piece of the puzzle. Neymar's movements look effortless because his brain and body are perfectly synced. To develop this, challenge your reaction time and coordination, and you can train your coordination just by playing more and more. The process takes time, but every small improvement adds up. Fix your posture, strengthen your feet, train your glutes, rewire your coordination. Piece by piece, you'll transform how you move, and with it, how you play. Now, after doing all this, will you become a dribbler like Neymar? Of course not. I'm not saying you can't dribble at Neymar's level, but you cannot dribble like him. His body, his movements, and his style are uniquely his. Everything about Neymar, the way he moves, the way he turns, the way he deceives defenders, is perfectly matched to his build. You'll never see Messi dribble like Neymar. You'll never see Ronaldo dribble like Messi, because they're all built differently. Different bodies, different lifestyles, different genetics. The purpose of this video isn't to tell you to copy Neymar's skills. I could have easily shown you a compilation of his highlights and told you to imitate them, but that wouldn't work. You'll never become Neymar. Instead, this is about finding your style, the style that fits your body, your genetics, and your movements. And you discover that by playing more and more. Ask yourself and even your teammates or coaches questions like, what are my best abilities? Am I fast? Am I naturally technical? Am I strong in tight spaces? What am I not good at? Do I struggle with decision making? Is my touch inconsistent? The answers to these questions will help you build your own identity as a player. Your play style comes from you. It's about knowing your strengths, improving your weaknesses, and playing in a way that feels natural to your body. That's how you'll elevate your game. Not by copying someone else, but by unlocking the best version of yourself. I hope you liked this video, and if you stayed till the end, congratulations. Remember to like and subscribe, and don't forget to share this video with all your friends who are passionate about football. And join my free Discord community, hit the protocol, and take action.